Hey guys, what's up? Mrparka here. I'm using my flip camera, new camera, whatever it is, who cares. But I'm going to try to do a DVD Fiends review here for you guys of a movie I've always loved. It's always held a special place in my heart. And DVD Fiend, me and him were talking about it one day, and I said I'd review it a long time ago, and then I forgot. And so basically I'm going to be reviewing the cult movie, Class of 1984. I used to have a Vestron VHS of this bad boy back in the day. I paid 15 bucks for it a long time ago. This is the first Anchor Bay release with the slip cover. I bought it right when it came out because I love this movie. This is the reissue cover. I saw it at Big Lots and I figured for $3 I'd get it. Anyways, this movie is basically made in 1982. It's the Class of 1984. I mean, they predicted 2 years ahead of their time. Anyways, it's basically a rape revenge movie, but it has a teacher thing thrown into it, kind of think substitute, but way more badass and way more 80s feeling with punk rocker gang as the villains. It's excellent. It's one of my favorite movies like this. The teacher is, what's the guy's name? He's also in The Killing Hour. Jeez, I can't remember his name. Anyways, it also has Roddy McDowall in it as a teacher who cracks, and it has...
Stand up when the teacher talks to you!
Wait a minute, Jerry.
Andrew. I don't come into your class and tell you how to teach now. What is the answer, please? Well, you simply cannot afford to fail this class. Now, what is the answer? What is the answer? Please. Why? What? You see how simple it is? Oh, he has never answered a question in this class. I'm finally teaching him what to tell me now. How many chambers are there in the human heart? Oh, come on.
4. I think 4.
It's wonderful. Oh, it's a pleasure. It's just pleasure. Oh, such a tremendous pleasure. Mr. Stegman, what is an amphibian? You should know. We had such a wonderful display hanging on our wall. You don't know. It's too bad. You do not pass.
We're gonna have to work with him, Jerry.
Oh, but Andrew, it would take such an awful lot of work. And this would be so much easier.
Has early appearance of Michael J. Fox and Timothy Van Patten, who was in a television program for a long time, a series, and he's the leader of the gang. Basically, he leads a gang which includes this big guy named Barnyard, who's just like this animal. He's just punk chick, the little twerpy guy from Fear No Evil, and another guy who's pretty big, and they basically run the school doing horrible things. They're all punk rockers, as you can tell by the cover art. Has a really great 80s feel. Alice Cooper does the soundtrack in the very beginning. There's a song called I Am the Future, which is totally underrated. It's an awesome song. Basically, as the movie progresses, it's not necessarily a horror movie at all, but it's a cult movie, and it belongs for DVD Fiends review. It's very violent. Think like, you know how Terminator's violent, but there's not that much actual gore. It's violent like that.
I'm gonna kill you, sucker! No one messes around with my man Leroy. I'm gonna cut you, white meat. Cut this! Come on back, you motherfucker! Hey, black boy!
Lots of people die. Just a whole violence surrounds the movie. Like I said, the soundtrack is excellent. The teacher's Perry King. And the very end sequence takes place in a school. And it's awesome. It's just kind of... It's the showdowns in the school. At one point, there's a shop class fight. No, it happens in the auto room, barnyard, and the teacher go at it. It's awesome. Just great. The main villain in the movie is one of those kind that acts really tough, but he's actually is tough, but he's really smart and educated, and he acts like he's not, you know, that type deal. He's a psychopath, definitely. Billy the Kid type psychopath, I'd say.
The class begins at 10 o'clock sharp, Mr. Stegman. I don't want you in this class. I don't care where you go or what you do. I'll mark you present and give you an incomplete, but I want you to take your friends and go back to wherever you came from.
Ivory Joe from Kokomo. Do I get the gig, teacher?
You should learn how to play like that.
Do I get the fucking gig?
No. But maybe I'll give you a shot when you grow up. Now get out.
Stegman doesn't play in other people's asshole bands. Anyway.
And basically they run drug rackets and everything. There's gang fights. Like I said, there's a rape in the movie, which kind of drives them over the edge. But yeah, it's just an excellent movie of its time. It had a sequel made by Mark Lester as well. Here's the sequel, Class of 1999, which is basically a sci-fi movie about robot teachers with John P. Ryan, Pam Grier, Patrick Kilpatrick. Anyways, Mark Lester also did the movies Firestarter, Commando, so he had a nice little career. And I think Class of 1982 is his best film. Really great 80s movie. Has a great 80s feel to it. That's the gang right there. So if you haven't seen this movie, I'd highly recommend it. I know it's one of those ones that's probably been around forever, floating around. But, I mean, it's one of those ones you always see the cover. But check it out. It's well worth your time. Thank you. Bye.